Hmm? إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدى هدى نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Today, Ikhwani, a lot happened today. A lot. This is going to be very honest with you, brothers. Today, a lot happened today. But I'm a person who does not allow things to really bother me like that. I just keep it moving. And I think in the life that we live, if we make everything very personal and we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed with the different things that come to us, we're not going to be able to move forward. We won't be able to live. We won't be able to be productive. You just have to keep on moving and making it do what it got to do. Just have to be like that. But in giving dawah ilallah, we always have to be people who are those who, if you are giving a dawah and you're giving advice, you absolutely have to be willing to give advice and to receive advice. That's for the person who's giving dawah. You want to give advice, and if you're giving advice, you have to be able to receive advice. If you can't receive advice, you just have to get off to the Maidan, get out of the Maidan of giving dawah. So that's for the one who's giving advice. Whether it's from dawah in the park, dawah in public, dawah in universities, dawah from the minbar, dawah in the masjid. And most of you are not giving dawah like that. Most of you are not. That's the reality. If you're giving dawah, it's a fine balance between having tough skin and being humble. You have to absolutely buy into, if you're giving dawah, you have to give dawah and nasiha, and you have to be willing to take advice. But I want to say to the people who are not giving dawah, you all have a responsibility to realize also, every person is in a position to give advice to the person who's giving dawah, like myself. But can you get in this position to give dawah? Do any of you have the responsibility, any of you, of giving dawah from the position? If that's not your reality, you have to have a level of like this thing of cooperation, cooperative effort, that we're going to advise each other, we're going to receive advice. As I look in the audience, all of you have your vocations, all of you, and you have your professions, all of you. And in your vocations and in your efforts that you give, that may not be my majal. It may not be my takhassus, what I do. It may not be. I'm going to always respect someone who does what he does. And I find myself, I say, look, you're the professional. You know what you're doing. So I may have my position about what you do, and I'll advise you about that. But I really believe at the end of the day, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. One of the toughest things, one of the things that I found really weird is sometimes in the Muslim community, people would advise you, or they think giving dawah is something that's easy. It's not easy. It's a big responsibility. And that's why from both sides we have to have a level of a level of cooperation. I've always found it kind of weird sometimes that people can sit back. It's like in sports, like the NFL football and things like that. We used to call it when I was growing up a Monday quarterback. On Sunday they have the game and they say, why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do that? What? Because you a Monday quarterback. You're a Monday quarterback. So I always say, and this is one of the things that I love about our community, that we have brotherhood and we love for each other what we love for ourselves. I'm always open to be advised all the time. I'm open. I am always open. But if I came to anybody in this community, I said, can you give the khutbah this Jummah? Today is Friday. You have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days. Can you do the khutbah? Most of you are going to say, no, I ain't doing that. All of you are going to say that. Nope, I'm not doing that. You can be an Arab in this community. You can be an Arab. And you have a malaka of the Arabic language and you're very fasih in your Arabic. You're not going to do it. And the brothers who are not Arabic speaking brothers, you're going to say, no way, Jose. Even in our khutbah, our class that we had on Thursday, we were training certain brothers. Abdul Ghani, you were in some of the classes. On Thursday, we had some of the brothers trying to train them so that if I had to go somewhere else to get the khutbah here or there, we were trying to get our brothers ready. Some of the students, when it was their turn to give the khutbah, they wouldn't come to the class. And I respect that. I respect that. I used to always say to them, are you scared? What are you scared about? It's only 7, 8, 10 people in the class. What are you doing? But it's not easy. That is a fact. So me, listen to what I'm telling you. I don't have extra money. I don't. But I'll give $1,000 to anybody in this masjid. $1,000. And I know some of you, $1,000 is not a lot. I'm going to give $1,000 from my hard-earned savings to anybody here who can get the khutbah this Friday. It's a challenge. Atahaddakum. Not in the negative. Oh, okay. Wallahi. So the point is, and I'm just joking. I'm not really, but I'm just saying to you that over the years, giving dawah to Allah is not easy. I remember when I graduated and I started giving dawah, I was very young. I am not the same person today that I was 30 years ago. 30 years ago, I would just say what was on my mind and that was it. And that's not hikmah. That's not hikmah. That's not wisdom. So in terms of al-hikmah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned many things about hikmah, as he mentioned in the Quran, yu'til hikmata man yasha wa man yu'tal hikmah faqad utiya khayran kathira. Allah gives hikmah to whoever he wants. And the one who has been given hikmah has been given a lot of khair. A lot. So dawah needs hikmah. And when you're very young, I think some of you saw, especially the younger brothers here who are plugged into social media, they saw our young brother in the UK who was with Mufti Mink. Mufti Mink. Mufti Mink is a bona fide, recognized person giving dawah. Like him, whoever likes him, don't like him, whoever doesn't like him, but the reality, he has a position of respect. He was giving dawah, and a young brother stood up in the middle of his dawah when there were a lot of younger people, and he started challenging him. How many of you are aware of that situation? How many of you saw that? How many of you didn't see that? Allah. And that's the aghlabiyah. How many of you know Mufti Mink? If you put your hand up, if you know Mufti Mink. Mufti Mink was giving dawah in the UK, and he was talking and this and that. Some younger brother got up in the middle of the dars, and he started making inkar on him. Making inkar on him. I'm not here to say that Mufti Mink is this or that, but what I'm saying is the young brother who challenged him like that, that was not hikmah. In front of everybody. It's like someone in this masjid, our brother over there, Rada, something in his heart, in his mind, he stands up in the middle of the dars and he starts making inkar on me. Like that. Everybody's going to say, what are you doing? That's not how you do that. Because if that was allowed in every measure, it's going to be a problem. So, hikmah. Allah gives hikmah to whoever he wants. Whoever he gives hikmah to, he has been given a lot of khayr katir. I mentioned that to say to you brothers here today, that in getting in front of the people every Friday, it's not an easy issue. And if it was easy, anybody here would get up and do it. I don't say that like to feel miskeen. I'm not miskeen. I love the opportunity to give dawah to the community and all of that stuff like that. But sometimes, some issues come up, and I believe as the khatib, this is something I should address. And when I address those things, you have to rest assured that within my inner self, one thing I don't want to do, I don't want to compromise Islam, and I don't want to compromise my ummah, my community. I don't want to compromise and bring to our community any drama, any mashakil. But you people sitting out there, you people, it's easy for you to say, what are you talking about? What are you doing? You people can say that easily. Every one of you can be a Monday morning quarterback. Every single one of you can be like that. What are you talking about? Why are you doing that? Well, I say, no problem. Today is Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 7 days you have to prepare a khutbah. Any one of you. And I don't mean this in a rough way. So let me calm down. I don't mean it in a rough way. Anybody want to do this? 7 days you have. We have Arabic speaking brothers, Abu Anas, Abu Harith, Abu Sarah, Sadiq, Abdul Ghani. We have Abu Umar, Arabic speaking people. Arabic is your language. And you know the importance of fasaha and how to explain yourself and all of that. Would any one of you accept this challenge? Billahi alaikum. And I'm asking you, not as a, like challenge you, but you guys are Arabs. $1,000. Sheikh, you ready? Nah. It's not easy. It's not easy. So because it's not easy, what I'm asking you brothers to always do, Jamal, what I'm asking you all brothers to always do is to always say, Abu Usama, he loves us and we love him. Abu Harith is from Iraq, and I listen to Abu Harith when he talks to me, and his Arabic is salika, is really, mashallah, it's really clear and everything like that. And he always comes to me after every khutbah. He says, "Hey, calm down. You're sweating. You have high blood pressure. Take it easy." He always says that. He always said that. But I say to all of you, in a brotherly way, I'm not trying to put our community in a problem. I'm not definitely trying to put myself in a problem. Wallahi, I'm not. But I'm asking you, brothers, put yourself in my position. Every week, can you do better? Because if you can, I'm going to insahib, etfaddal, and I'm going to go have breakfast. I don't even eat Friday morning. I don't even eat because I'm trying to think, what should I talk about? I have to calm down. I'm African American. I'm going to be, I have a lot on my mind. A lot. But I need you brothers to understand and to rest assured that I want to be a person who has hikmah. Wallahi. And as we said many times, al-hikmah is putting things in the proper place. Putting things, knowing what to say, what not to say, how to say it, things like that. Wallahi. But I don't think it's fair. As your brother who loves all of you for Allah, wallahi, I don't think it's right if anybody sits back and says, "What are you talking about? What is he doing? What is he doing? What is that about?" I don't like that. It's not nice. It's not nice. And if you do that, I'm not happy with that. Wallahi, I'm not happy with it. Wallahi, it's not nice. I'm just sharing with you, brothers, how I feel. I'm sharing with you how I feel. There's a line of poetry, I used to memorize it, but I forgot it. It's something like, أقل عليهم لا أب لأبيهم, something like that. What's that poetry? يا أيها العرب. What's that line of poetry? And I say to you, get it, Abu Anas. And I say to you without any taraddud, a sheikh who I have a lot of respect for, Sheikh Al-Luhaydan. He was asked about Hamas. And he is not pro-Hamas in terms of the minhaj of Al-Hamas. He's not pro-Hamas like that. But he does understand that there is a muqawama. What is muqawama? There is a resistance that their people are going through. And while we are eating mulukhiyah and maqluba, and we're just relaxing, and we're saying, those guys. So the sheikh was asked a question, what do you think about Ahmed Yassin and this and that? Rahmatullahi alayhi wa ghafirullah. He mentioned this line of poetry at that time. أقل عليهم لا أب لأبيكم. Something about sadda, something. Can you say it from the beginning? Listen, Sheikh, listen. The meaning of that, and the Sheikh was not pro-Hamas. He was really looking at what their people were dealing with, and he said, take it easy on these people that you're criticizing. May you not have a father. You come and do you feeling what they're doing. You do what they're doing. So I think there's some like of what I'm trying to tell you. But the point here is, if you can't do what they're doing, then fall back and relax and stop being so judgmental while you're eating ice cream and drinking milkshakes and the person is struggling what he's struggling with. That's as it relates to Hamas. Same thing as it relates to the khutbah. The khutbah is not easy. Wallahi, it's not easy. Not easy. Because many times I have to say to myself, calm down and take it easy. And I do have people in our masjid, especially Abul Hadith, who always comes to me and says, calm down. You're going to bust a valve. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. But at the same time, I say to everybody here, you want to do the khutbah this Friday? I'm giving you the flag. I'm giving you the raya of, we're in the Maidan. Who wants to take the flag? Who? No, Jake. No, that 5,000 is a lot. I give you $150. That's what I could afford. And even that is a lot. So we have our brothers who are not Arabs, and then we have the Arabs. The Arabs should be the first people to say, you're Hajimi, you accepted Islam. We're going to take it. But you're not going to find that. And I'm not putting our brothers or the Arabs down. I'm not. It's just a fitna. Wallahi, fitnatun ubtulitu biha. But the ibtila is hasanun, because I love to get here on Friday to say to the Muslims, be on the sunnahs and don't apologize. I love it. I love it. Be on the sunnah. But what I don't like is my brothers who are with me, and they may say, what is he doing? What, are you tripping? What? He's smoking crack? What's wrong with that guy? Why is he acting like that? Don't be like that. It's not nice. It is not nice, because I need your support. Because I stand up there for the benefit of our community. Against who? Against who? Against who? I stand up there against this dola. That's without making tafkhim and blowing in the balloon. And yeah, I'm not making it bigger than what it is, but anything can happen with these people. I'm trying to say to the Muslims, hey guys, let's be on this deen. And let's be on the deen in the proper way. So I say all of that to say to the community. I thank Allah Azza wa Jal, and I have to say this. I thank Allah Azza wa Jal for brothers like the Shura that I'm at. The Shura in this masjid are very supportive. They're not people going to leave me out in the winter dry. They're not like that. I think if these people came and they said, oh, we're going to take you and this and that, I think this Shura is going to say, no, you're not. We're here and this and that. That's how I feel. Wallahi. I thank Allah for that. But I don't want you brothers to ever be in this masjid saying to yourselves, this guy, what is he doing? What is it? No. I think 1,000 times and more. Should I do this? Should I do that? Maybe I should come out on Friday and I should talk to the community about kayfiyatul wudu, how to make wudu. And do you know, if I talked about the kayfiyatul wudu, some people are going to say, what are you talking about wudu? We know about wudu. So everybody in our community, he has everything in his own mizaj. Everybody. He has everything in his own mind. Everybody. So what's different about today? Why am I saying this today? Because normally I would never talk like this openly with you brothers. Normally I wouldn't talk about this. Normally I'll come prepared. I'll give a lesson. I'll talk about what I'm talking about. It's just that we have, on this darb that we're going on, we're going to have a lot of tahaddiyat in front of us in this masjid. A lot of challenges moving forward. And there's a lot of stuff out there. There is a lot of stuff that we have, real issues that are going on, and it is not easy. what I want and what I hope and what I need, inshallah, are people who are with me. I'm always open for advice. Always. Always. I will never reject advice from people, ever. Ever. Come to me, advise me, I'll listen. I may agree, I may not agree. But I will never be a person who's mustakbir, mustala, and people I don't listen, not even with my wives. And I said wives with an S, with an S. How many of you can say wives with an S? I say wives. And Abu Asma just walked through the door when we say wives. How many of you can say wives? I'm not better than anybody. I'm just saying. I need your support. And I want to be balanced, and I want to be a good representative. I want to be I want to move our community forward, and a lot of hate is going to come to our community, inshallah. But don't be a cheerleader on the side, a muntaqid on the side, saying this. You can always come to me, and I'm going to listen to you. Wallahi, I'm going to listen to you. Wallahi, I'm going to listen to you. But you have to understand who I am and where I came from. Here in America. Who I am and where I came from. And I love to see, like, when we eat over there, when we eat at our table, many of the Arab brothers, especially the other brothers, they have understood a lot of the African American lingo and a lot from our who I am. Abu al-Harith had said, what was that he said? Mahmoud has said one time, you look like you got the itis. Mahmoud said that. The itis. Most of you don't know what the itis is. Most of you don't know. Abu al-Harith one time said, he said some crazy thing before. Yes. Abu al-Harith from Iraq. From Al-Anbar. This guy is from Al-Anbar in Iraq. He said to one of the brothers, hey homie, what are you doing? And everybody looked at him, but that was from his ihtikak and mixing with the brothers. So I'm not saying that to say African Americans have any taghallub or anything over non-Arabs, but we are brothers. And we're mixing with each other, wallahi. We're mixing with each other. So I just wanted to come and I wanted to say these words of sincerity to my heart, to your heart. Last Sunday, and I want to tell this community, every Sunday we have our a breakfast here to try to strengthen the brotherhood. And Abu Anis, this Sunday, I call my family, I'm talking to my family. Abu Anas said, what are you doing? Come over here. This is for all of us. This is the brotherhood. Come over here. He was shadidun alayya. Yani qata ra'si ya akhi. Ra'si, it came off. It came off my rukab and it was rolling down. I said, But then after all that, he said, Ana asif, I love you. And I said to him, I love you as well. And it was like, water on a duck, because we're brothers and we're trying to move forward. So sometimes you may be shadid with me, I may be shadid with you, we may misunderstand each other and this and that, but we have to come together. We have to come together. Yeah, we have to come together. And there are a lot of other things that can be said, but I think it's from Hikmah not to say it right now, because I do have some issues with some of the brothers in this masjid, and I love all of you. and I'm not going to say this in public, but there are some issues. I'm not happy with how some of you, some of us, are being mad and upset with different brothers. I'm not happy with that. If you have an issue, you should bring that, and we should talk about those things openly, like I'm talking right now. What's wrong with us? Being mad with brothers and this is not nice. If a person is leading the salah in this masjid, leading the salah, I'm not going to come to this masjid and then not pray behind that person to the last rak'ah. That's not nice. What are we doing? What is that? We should be able to talk to each other openly and honestly. But I would say 98% of our community is brotherhood and akhuwa and stuff like that. But just like in our own families, we always have those family members who they're just on their own program, and we got to try to bring them in, and we have to be together. So that's what I wanted to say. So our mudir, Abu Sarah, our mudir, he may be sitting there saying, I'm going to fire Abu Usama after this. I'm going to fire him along with the other Shura members. They say, I'm going to fire you. I said, I don't care. I just go get a job somewhere else. I don't care. But I love all of you brothers for Allah's sake. And I love you tremendously. Abu Asma, mad love for Abu Asma, mad love for Abu Anas, Sadiq, Abdul Ghani, all of you brothers, wallahi. But we all got to do a better job, inshallah. If anybody wants to advise me about the khutbah or whatever, I'm listening. But you need to understand, I'm not an apologist. I'm from the Nat Turner Coalition. Nat Turner. I'm from the Nat Turner Coalition. Anybody want to sign up, just let me know. NTC, that's what it's called. Nat Turner Coalition with filters. As-Salafiyya. As-Salafiyya. Which Salafiyya? As-Salafiyya is simply no apologies. No, I'm not Ikhwani, Sururi, Qutbi. I'm not Sufi. I'm not any of that. The Nat Turner Coalition, from the Kitab and the Sunnah, come to the understanding of the Salaf of the Ummah. And you can always come to me and we'll talk about that, because I've been mentioning it many times. All right, I'm going to stop here. And I just want to tell everybody here, number love for all of you cats. All of you cats. And a cat is not like them cats walking around here and stuff like that. You better know what time it is. And I'm not talking about the time on your clock.